Let us start inverse trigonometric functions. First of all, we should know what is inverse trigonometric functions. We have some trigonometric functions which is y equals to sin x or f of x equals to sin x, f of x equals to cos x, f of x equals to cosec x, f of x equals to sec x, f of x equals to tan x, f of x equals to cot x. In this way, we have to study what is inverse trigonometric function. Before that, we have to understand only inverse function. Inverse of a function f exists if the function is bijective. Bijective means function must be 1, 1 and on 2. Since trigonometric functions are many one over their domains, therefore we restrict their domains and codomains in order to make them 1, 1 and on 2, that is bijective, and then find the inverse of the trigonometric function. The domain and ranges, where ranges are called principal value branches. Principal value branch means range of the function. The inverse function, inverse trigonometric functions, which are described below. Suppose we are having the first function is sine function, that is prime trigonometric functions. Inverse of sine function is sine inverse x. Inverse of cos function is cos inverse x. Inverse reciprocal of sine means cosec, so cosec inverse x. Reciprocal of cos, that's sec, sec inverse x. Then tan inverse x, then cot inverse x. The range of these inverse functions can be found with the quadrant of the coordinate plane. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. X-axis are known as horizontal axis. Horizontal stands for h, and y-axis is the vertical axis. Vertical stands for v. In this way, v is there, v for vertical, h for horizontal, v for vertical, h for horizontal, v for vertical, h for horizontal. From origin, that is O, this line starts 0. In this position, the value is, the angle is 0. In our positive direction, the angle, that is pi by 2. Positive direction means anti-clockwise. In clockwise direction, the angle is here, that is minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2. Okay, let me write it clearly. Minus pi by 2. But in x-axis, here is 0. In x dash, that is pi. Okay, now look at the point. If the function is sine inverse x, the domain of this inverse trigonometric function like sine inverse x will be minus 1, 1. The domain of sine inverse x is minus 1, 1, because the domain of range of sine x was minus 1, 1. Here domain is minus 1, 1. But the range is being calculated as v, vertical. Vertical means pi by 2 and vertical means minus pi by 2. Range is minus pi by 2, pi by 2. The principal value branch of sine inverse x will be minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Whatever value we are going to calculate for the sine inverse x, that principal value will lie in between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. Remember, for this case, for cos inverse x, range will be horizontal. Horizontal means x-axis, 0 to pi. From 0 here in positive direction, from 0 to pi. That is horizontal. 0 to means 0 is included, pi is also included over here. Whatever cos inverse x value branch or principal value branch of cos inverse x will be calculated, that value must lie between 0 to pi. Then regarding cosec inverse x. Cosec, we have already known that cosec x is the reciprocal of sin x. So cosec inverse x is also vertical position. That means the range of cosec inverse x will be minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 minus 0, because 1 by sin x will be defined only when sin x is not equals to 0. For that reason, the sin x will be 0 when x will be 0. That 0 value must be excluded from the interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. That's why the range of principal value branch or range of cosec inverse x will be minus pi by 2, pi by 2 minus 0. Then its domain open interval minus 1, 1. Here minus 1 and 1 are excluded. In between them, all these values are included. Next, come to the point sec inverse x. The domain of sec inverse x will be r minus 1, 1 open interval, and the range is horizontal. Simultaneously, you can write vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. It will be horizontal. Horizontal means 0 to pi. But we have already known that sec inverse x is the reciprocal of cos x. So sec x is defined only when cos x is not equals to 0. The cos x will be 0 only when cos pi by 2 will be 0. That's why pi by 2 must be excluded from 0 pi. So the range of cos sec inverse x, range of sec inverse x is 0 pi minus pi by 2. Similarly, for tan inverse x, in vertical way, the range is, the principal value branch of tan inverse x will be minus pi by 2, pi by 2. In the same case, similar way, for the cot inverse x, the range will be 0 to pi open interval. 0 pi is not included. In case of tan inverse x, minus pi by 2, pi by 2 is not included. Other numbers are being lying. In this way, we are getting the entire concept of principal value branch of trigonometric functions. Then we will do some problems. Let it be. Write the problem first. Find the principal value of question. Find the principal value of cos inverse x for x equals to root 3 by 2. X equals to root 3 by 2. Look at here. Solution. Let theta equals to cos inverse x. Let theta equals to cos inverse x. This implies cos theta equals to x, where given that x is root 3 by 2. This implies cos theta equals to root 3 by 2. We have known that root 3 by 2 is the value of cos pi by 6. Cos pi by 6, yes or no? Cos theta equals to cos pi by 6. Cos theta equals to pi by 6. This implies theta equals to pi by 6. Let it be equation 1. From equation 1, we get cos inverse x equals to pi by 6, where pi by 6 is belonging to zero comma pi, because we have already mentioned that the principal value branch of cos inverse x will lie in between 0 pi closed interval. So pi by 6 is the real answer of the question. The principal value of cos inverse x for x equals to 3 by 2 is pi by 6. This is the answer. That is regarding for today. We will discuss on later video. We will do other problems. Thank you all.